Hey y'all, this is Lori at Island Time Quilting. I'm going to show you how I lay in a digital design for this very small project. It's actually 2 little table runners that I'm going to quilt side by side on 1 width of fabric. So I already have them stitched in to the backing and batting. And now I've already laid out a quilt area and drawn a pattern box. If you don't know how to do those things, I can show you on another video. So now I'm going to add a pattern. I've already chosen diagonal plaid, which is what my customer wants. If you'll look at diagonal plaid's properties, it comes in as 14.31 by 15, which is ridiculous for this particular project. So what I do is I repeat twice and go ahead and figure out what my spacing needs to be. I use this all the time, so I know it defaults to needing a spacing of 4 in order for it to match up perfectly. And then I'm going to repeat it across 12 times. Now you see where my pattern box is small, but I've got 12 repeats of this. So I go down to scale, hit Smart Scale, tell it to keep the pattern proportions, and now it fits my pattern box, but it would start stitching on the pattern on the quilt and it would stop with this empty space, which is not good for me. So I'm going to go back to my repeat and give it a 13th pattern, and look at that spacing across now. It's ridiculous. So because I know I scaled it to about a 1/4 scale, I'm going to bring it in a little bit. You have to play around with that to make sure your spacing is right. Now I can move that pattern so that it starts stitching off the edge of the quilt, and also move it up so that it fills in all that empty space. And now I can repeat 3 times down and stagger it the amount it needs so that it can nest. Okay, so now I have 3 repeats of the digital design and 3 start points there on the left. You can see the 3rd row would not be a good idea because it would run into my rail at my belly bar. I'm going to go ahead and stitch in the 1st row, and then I'll show you how I add the 2nd and 3rd rows. And I'll check back with you on another video.